Major funding for KPBS Evening Edition has been made possible in part by Bill Howe Family of Companies, providing San Diego with plumbing, heating, air, restoration, and flood services for over 45 years. Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE or visit billhowe.com. And by the Conrad Prebys Foundation, Darlene Marcos Shiley, and by the following. And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Hundreds of thousands of Uber and Lyft drivers across California could soon be part of a newly formed union. Thank you for joining us. I'm Maya Trabulsi. KPBS reporter Jacob Ayers says the California Gig Workers Union would give drivers a seat at the table when negotiating pay and benefits. But not all rideshare drivers in the region are excited about the potential change.
The California Gig Workers Union, or CGWU, recently met a required 30% threshold of active drivers who authorized the unionization effort, according to the state's Public Employment Relations Board. It's good news for those like Margarita Penalosa.
I was working more than 12-hour days, 6-7 days a week, barely taking one day off whenever I can because I'm exhausted.
She's a Los Angeles-based Uber and Lyft driver and union organizer. Penalosa has worked as a rideshare driver since 2017. She says this moment for CGWU comes after more than a decade of drivers organizing to have a voice on the job. The union is affiliated with Service Employees International Union, or SEIU, who supported them in organizing. SEIU says forming the California Gig Workers Union was the most direct path to getting representation.
Everybody's desperate and struggling with the high cost of living and driving in California and the low pay from the companies, the low amount of money we're making per hour, per ride, per mile. It's unbearable.
Drivers for rideshare companies are classified as independent contractors. That means they don't qualify for overtime pay and other protections granted under federal law. But state lawmakers passed AB 1340 last year. That gave drivers a path to form a union and bargain for protections.
I'm making way less money compared to when I started. We hear from the customers, they keep paying the same high amount, but it was cut on the driver's side, so it's been kind of difficult.
While most rideshare drivers are looking for better wages and benefits, not everyone is excited about joining a union. Librado Rivera is a rideshare driver and co-founder of San Diego Drivers United.
We do have certain concerns about it, especially in regards to the dues that the drivers have to be paying in order to be affiliated and receiving this benefit. We feel like it's going to be one more burden on them.
Rivera says at first, Drivers United was excited about the prospect of the union, but now they're hoping for more change at the local government level. Still, he admits some members of his organization do support CGWU.
It is a mix, but again, we respect each one's decisions, obviously, as we should.
In a statement, a Lyft spokesperson said, as this new process moves forward, we're committed to engaging in good faith. We'll stay focused on helping drivers succeed while keeping rideshare affordable and dependable for everyone who counts on it. Uber's Western U.S. division provided a statement in part saying, this certification is the next step in delivering on AB 1340, a historic compromise that gives drivers a pathway to representation while preserving the independence and flexibility they've consistently said they value the most. We look forward to our work ahead with the California Gig Workers Union and the state. State regulators will need to certify CGWU within 30 days of the union authorization. If the certification goes through, CGWU will become the exclusive bargaining representative for Uber and Lyft drivers. The union says no dues will be collected until there's a ratified contract. Jacob Ayers, KPBS News.
Thunderstorms could once again fire up across mountains in our region, bringing the threat of heavy rain, lightning, and flooding. Monsoon moisture is helping fuel those thunderstorms, and this means heavy rain can be produced in a short amount of time, raising the risk of flash flooding. There's also another concern after recent wildfires. Burned ground doesn't absorb water, as well as healthy vegetation and soil, and that means rain can rush down slopes, carrying mud, rocks, and debris with it.
When we're dealing with fires in the fire season as well, another thing that we worry about are burn scars. And so any areas that have recently burned or seen massive fires, any rainfall that kind of goes over them could result in some localized debris flows as well.
And even if it isn't raining where you are, lightning can strike miles away from the center of the thunderstorm. Forecasters recommend to stay indoors if you hear thunder and wait at least 30 minutes after the last rumble before heading back outside. And when it comes to water covering roads, don't try to cross it. And remember, turn around, don't drown.
Overnight lows still in the low 70s. We have some of the clouds along the coast, the marine layer. Well, it's just deepening, so starting to impact not just the immediate coast, but there's some more changes on the way as we head to the middle and end parts of the week. I'll break down exactly what to expect coming up.
The death toll has risen to at least 224 people following Monday's earthquake in western Colombia. That's according to a CNN count based on reports from agencies and authorities in the country. Maribel Gonzalez has the latest.
More than 24 hours after a 7.4 magnitude earthquake rocked western Colombia, emergency workers are racing against the clock to find survivors buried underneath rubble and debris. At least 1,500 homes have been damaged or destroyed, and Colombia's Geological Service has recorded more than 70 aftershocks across the country since Monday's earthquake.
I am from California, so I grew up with earthquakes. I'm very familiar with them.
Mark Erickson says he experienced the violent shaking of California's Northridge earthquake back in 1994, but yesterday's earthquake in Colombia felt different to him.
This was in another category. I've never felt anything like this. It was scary. It started like any normal earthquake would, with some gentle rumbling, and then the strange thing about this, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And it just kept going and going and going.
Supplies are being collected and help mobilized from organizations across the world, including the Global Empowerment Mission in Florida.
We need hands, we need volunteers in order for Colombia to move forward.
As recovery efforts continue, the United Nations is warning that food distribution will be crucial in the coming days, with the number of missing people forecast to rise.
They need tents and canned foods and a lot of water and electrolytes in order for them to survive.
Maribel Gonzalez, KPBS News.
A San Diego County inspection of the Otay Mesa Detention Center found 2 tuberculosis cases that officials say were not reported. KPBS health reporter Heidi DeMarco says the county released a report of its findings this week.
There's a 24-hour clock when it comes to suspected or confirmed cases of active tuberculosis. San Diego County requires those cases to be reported within that window. County health officials inspected the Otay Mesa Detention Center in June. They learned about 2 tuberculosis cases from a medical testing vendor, not the facility's medical staff. The county says the facility took several weeks to cooperate with its investigation. That matters because tuberculosis, or TB, is airborne.
Which means like every time you cough or even talking, it causes like the particles to go in the air and the mycobacteria to go, and that's how it spreads.
Dr. Annie Cowell is an infectious disease specialist at UC San Diego. She says TB is more likely to be spread when people have prolonged contact in close quarters, like a detention facility.
Every time like a case is reported, the county comes in and they see like who was in close contact with this person over time.
The county says the risk associated with these 2 cases was low.
So if you have a lower burden of infection, then you'll have lower amount of the mycobacteria that are in the lungs, and so less risk to spread to others.
The inspection also found there were no vaccines on site, and one detainee had gone 18 months without a needed medical device. The county is recommending better communication about contagious diseases, vaccinations, and more timely access to medical devices. But those recommendations aren't mandatory. At the time of inspection, the facility was run by Core Civic. The private company operates detention facilities under government contracts. In a statement to KPBS, Core Civic says the inspection's concerns about responsiveness to the county were process issues rather than a lack of clinical care. It says it has since reinforced procedures for timely communication. The county says it plans to seek annual inspections of the facility. Heidi DeMarco, KPBS News.
I'm Jeff Bennett. Tonight on the NewsHour, the details of President Trump's secret plane swap that included a ride on a catering truck to avoid an Iranian threat. That's at 7 after Evening Edition on KPBS.
They are the people who watch SDG&E like a hawk. They're officially called interveners, and many of them fight on behalf of ratepayers. KPBS Public Matters reporter Kevin Trevelyan says they're now gearing up to battle a proposed rate hike.
You can see how much chaparral we have here and how healthy it is.
Joseph Mitchell and Diane Conklin bought a house on a ridge in Ramona in 1999 because they love the open space. They saw one of the mountains sloping up the other side of Kimball Valley and knew they found the right place.
It's an antidote to life today, to look out the window. All I have to do is look out the window.
We spent a lot of time doing that.
They also understand their beautiful view comes with the existential threat of wildfire.
This looked like a moonscape in 2003 after the fire came through.
The 2003 Cedar Fire was sparked by a hunter in the backcountry. Mitchell says it burned down 2/3 of their neighborhood. Their house survived, though. They had just received a permit for a home defense sprinkler system. Mitchell, a particle physicist, built it from scratch.
Said, I'll give it a good test this weekend. And the next day was the Cedar Fire.
3 years later, SDG&E announced plans to build a high-voltage transmission line through the same valley scarred by the Cedar Fire. They called it the Sunrise Power Link. The couple opposed the power link right from the start. Mitchell had been researching historical state fire data and realized power line fires were often more severe. In the present day, they've caused more than a quarter of the state's most destructive wildfires, according to CAL FIRE. In 2006, Mitchell and Conklin channeled their advocacy through a small nonprofit they'd started a few years earlier, the Mussey Grade Road Alliance. Eventually, SDG&E rerouted the power link south.
If neighbors come together and fight, they win.
Since then, Conklin and Mitchell have continued fighting utility plans during state regulatory proceedings, and in the process have become members of a somewhat exclusive club. They're among a handful of groups statewide called interveners. They comb through arcane documents, sometimes numbering thousands of pages, to advocate for things they believe the utility should better prioritize. SDG&E is owned by Sempra, one of California's largest companies. Conklin says the David versus Goliath resource gap doesn't matter.
It matters how factual you are, and it matters how principled you are. And so in the end, I think that the bugaboo about it being complicated, well, everything's complicated. But, as a former journalist myself, if it's complex, it's suspect. So you just do it.
The Mussey Grade Road Alliance's latest project is SDG&E's request to raise customer rates about 8.5% starting in 2028. The utility, interveners, and regulators will now hash out whether that request is reasonable. It's part of a complicated 18-plus month budgeting process called a general rate case. SDG&E spokesperson Anthony Wagner says a lot of interveners have sharp pencils when it comes to utility proposals, but he says they make the process more fair and transparent.
All viewpoints inform the scrutiny of what our original proposal is, and it helps make our policy document better.
SDG&E says the rate request prioritizes affordability and service reliability. The 5 voting members of the California Public Utilities Commission will have ultimate say on it. The stakes are high for SDG&E customers. 1 in 5 households are currently behind on their bills, according to state data. Community activists railed against SDG&E rates in front of parent company Sempra's downtown San Diego headquarters last week.
How do you spell corporate greed?
SDG&E.
How do you spell corporate greed?
SDG&E.
Many interveners base their arguments around affordability, including the nonprofit San Diego-based Utility Consumers Action Network. Executive Director Edward Lopez says UCAN may push SDG&E less on services delivered and more on whether certain new infrastructure is necessary.
Over the years, we've done our best to try to assert that, wait a minute here, what the utility is requesting is just too much
For the 2028 rate request, UCAN is looking into SDG&E's proposals for wildfire mitigation, which involves burying power lines and covering conductors. The utility needs to follow state law and says reducing fire risk reduces legal liability. But those projects also have a price tag.
And most parties who agree there's worth to a certain level of investment, but at what point does your sort of return on that investment start to diminish and the investment itself starts outweighing that return?
During the last rate request cycle, SDG&E asked to collect about $3 billion from customers in 2024. The Public Utilities Commission ultimately approved $2.7 billion. Interveners are compensated for their work by the Commission, but only if their arguments impact the final decision, and they don't duplicate the work of others. University of San Diego energy attorney Joe Katz credits interveners for their successes, but he says there are limits to their impact.
It's a regulated monopoly. It's their system, their equipment. They know how their business operates, and they're the author of the application that the regulator is reviewing. And so when interveners are looking at it, right, if they're introducing their own evidence, it has to be persuasive enough or carry enough weight.
That and limited staffing are why most interveners tend to make narrow challenges and recommendations. Back in Ramona, Conklin and Mitchell say they'll keep doing the work as long as it makes a difference.
You'd never actually get to see the effect of the fire that doesn't start, but I know it's out there. And when utility bills are up less than they would have been up otherwise, I know I'm part of that too.
Still, squaring off with the utilities can be a lonely fight, and they'd love to have more company in the trenches. Kevin Trevelyan, KPBS News.
Public Matters is a partnership with KPBS, iNews Source and Voice of San Diego. You can see more of our stories at kpbs.org/publicmatters. A new battery storage facility opened in Poway today. It is the first such facility to open since a series of battery storage fires more than 2 to 3 years ago. KPBS North County reporter Alexander Nguyen takes a look at the steps the new facility is taking to minimize fire risks.
The ribbon cutting is the culmination of nearly a decade of work to bring this battery storage facility online.
It's one of the largest battery projects in the country.
The Nighthawk Energy Storage Project has an output of 300 megawatt hour and a 1,200 megawatt hours of storage capacity. That's enough energy to keep nearly 400,000 homes running for up to 4 hours.
This project benefits residents, communities, consumers in the San Diego area directly.
Justin Johnson is the CEO of Arevon, the owner and operator of the Nighthawk facility.
For most of the community around this facility could power homes and appliances from sundown to when they fall asleep. You're right.
Nighttime is when energy costs are the highest because power generation relies on burning natural gas. This facility will offset some of those costs.
It's good for green energy. It was great for Poway.
Eric Matz is the CEO of Clerical Corporation. He and his family own the property the facility is on. He says the land could have been developed for a variety of things, but his family wanted it to be something bigger.
We wanted to see it be something that could be great for the environment, right? Green energy. And this is what it's all about. So I'm super pleased to see what it's become.
This is the first battery storage facility to be built after a series of fires about 3 years ago, but it is using the latest Tesla technology, which is less prone to fire.
Obviously, the timing for those fires and things like that weren't good.
In September 2023, the Valley Center Energy Storage Facility caught fire. In May 2024, fire ignited at the Gateway Energy Storage Facility in Otay Mesa. And the SDG&E battery facility in Escondido caught fire in September 2024.
This is the latest technology. It is not installed in a warehouse, as you can see. There's over 300 containers around here, each of which can individually extinguish a fire. So even if there was ever a thermal event, you would lose less than 1% of the facility.
This facility uses lithium phosphate batteries, which are safer than traditional lithium-ion batteries and more fire resistant. Alexander Nguyen, KPBS News.
Big Bear's famed bald eagle Jackie, who gained national attention online, has died. She passed away following an attack by 2 younger eagles last month. Her remains will be transported to the National Eagle Repository following a necropsy at the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance. Joy Benedict has reaction to her passing.
There is something missing at Big Bear Lake. The sky feels somber since our famous feathered flyer fell.
She was beloved by many. People referred to her as the Queen of Big Bear.
It was more than 3 weeks ago when Jackie was seen fighting with younger birds and wading through the water before collapsing on this dock as everyone rallied behind her.
We were going to sit here and rotate throughout the night just to protect her.
She was rushed to a raptor rescue and then another, but apparently no protection or love could save Jackie. The Ojai Raptor Center announcing she died Monday morning.
Jackie was a very dynamic being. She was the coolest eagle.
But Jackie was so much more than just a bird.
She's just so wonderful to watch.
She captured the heart of this community and the world through her nest cam.
We saw one of the eagles, one of the adults flying overhead. So cool. It's not every day you get to see a bald eagle.
And there is no one better to tell the story of Jackie than the human who likely loved her the most, retired biologist Sandy Steers, who died in February from cancer.
I would stand out here watching, and I just couldn't get enough of it.
This was an interview we did with Sandy in 2025.
I got, I guess, obsessed with watching the eagles when I first saw the first eggs that were laid up here, and that was with Ricky and Lucy.
Her so-called eagle obsession led to the founding of the nonprofit Friends of Big Bear Valley. Ricky and Lucy were Jackie's parents, but Jackie, who hatched back in 2012, was actually first named Jack after a Forest Service volunteer. And through the love of Jackie, that first camera went up in 2015 in time to see her make the nest her own with her first lover, Mr. B. But that was a love that didn't last.
2018, Shadow showed up.
So she booted Mr. B and got herself a younger bird.
Yes.
She and Shadow have been partners for 8 years. We have watched them lay eggs and lose them just to lay more. In 2024, Jackie sat on her nest in a snowstorm for 62 hours protecting her eggs. And as their family grew, so did their nest, as the world watched what we imagined was their love fluttering too. He just flew up with this giant fish.
Yes.
And he said, "Happy Valentine's Day, move."
He did.
And through this relationship and these cameras, the need to protect our national bird also soared. $10 million was raised just last month to buy 53 acres on the lake for Jackie and her brood. Big donations and small ones from lemonade stands and fundraisers. A plot of land Jackie will now never know was hers.
So many people love Jackie and Shadow so much.
A devotion to this regal raptor that changed the shoreline and our hearts, as Jackie showed the world the strength and power of the bald eagle and left a legacy as fierce as the freedom she represents.
Well, high pressure has shifted further to the east. That means monsoonal moisture is back, and what comes with it? Well, thunderstorm chances, a little bit of a cooling trend as we head into the weekend, and then the marine layer just deepening as the week goes on. So those morning low clouds and fog along the coast, but then even reaching a little further inland too as we get into later parts of the week. So we still have a coastal flood advisory in effect. This is until 11 p.m. on your Wednesday. So keep in mind, we're going to have some minor coastal flooding along with high tide here. Just heads up for those of you along the coast. I'm sure a lot of you very familiar with this, but maybe you're visiting, maybe you're not usually in that area. Heads up. So overall tonight, we're getting down to the mid 70s once again in Borrego Springs on the warmer side, low 60s for Mount Laguna, and then we're in the upper 60s and low 70s along the coast from Oceanside to Chula Vista there. Tomorrow, not too much warming along the coast. We only get to 78, 79 in Chula Vista and San Diego, 81 for Oceanside. I was looking at Escondido, but you're in the mid 80s. Upper 80s for Ramona, and then triple digits for Borrego Springs. 101, it could be worse. All right, let me get out of the way of the rain, because that's what I am trying to show you. We're going to start to see those rain chances, mostly mountains, deserts, but even some inland areas do have the chance of seeing some rainfall. Now, we're not talking a lot for your Wednesday. There have been times that we're talking about some higher rainfall totals, but I mean, as you can see on future radar, maybe a few isolated downpours, but it's not anything major. It is, though, I know, some monsoonal moisture, maybe not what we typically see, though this time of year, certainly monsoonal moisture is something we're familiar with. So taking a look at the next 5 days along the coast, well, we only get to a little bit of cooling because, you know, that moderating effect along the coast. We go from 81 Wednesday to 79 by the time we get to your Saturday, and then we warm right back up. Further inland, we're staying in the mid to low 80s. That humidity, that's something I haven't mentioned yet. That's coming along with the monsoonal moisture as well. So feeling a little stickier, a little uncomfortable outside, and feeling a little warmer than the temperatures you're seeing on the screen here. Now, by the time we get to Sunday, that's when you have the best chance for some rain further inland. But as we look towards our mountain regions, I mean, Wednesday, it's not even enough to trigger the rain and thunderstorm icon, but there is that chance. So just your heads up. We go from the low 70s to the upper 60s Wednesday to Thursday. And then by the time we get to Sunday, I mean, we're warming right back up. We're in the mid 70s for Sunday. We're in the low 70s for your Saturday. Into our desert regions, hey, we get out of the triple digits. That's something to celebrate here. Now, not completely out of the question, get a shower or two midweek, but then again Sunday as well. So your early heads up about that. We do get back to the triple digits by the time we get to Saturday. So a brief break in the upper 90s. Enjoy it while you can. For KPBS News, I'm AccuWeather's Anna Azalian.
And here is a look at what we are working on for tomorrow in the KPBS newsroom. On NPR's Morning Edition, a college within the University of Michigan is ditching its first semester letter grades to help new students acclimate. More on the decision and when the change will take effect. And on KPBS Midday Edition, The Last Dive tells a story of redemption for a former Hells Angels associate with the help of a 22-foot manta ray. You heard it. We revisit the documentary ahead of an encore screening this month. You can find tonight's stories on our website, kpbs.org. Thanks for joining us. I'm Maya Trabulsi. Good night.
Major funding for KPBS Evening Edition has been made possible in part by Bill Howe Family of Companies, providing San Diego with plumbing, heating, air, restoration, and flood services for over 45 years. Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE or visit billhowe.com. And by the Conrad Prebys Foundation, Darlene Marco Shiley, and by the following. And by viewers like you. Thank you.